the next important breaking update that is already flashing on your screens. The AIMIM MP, Imtiaz Jaleel, is celebrating with his supporters after lifting of the lockdown. Yes, believe it or not, this is after the announcement came in that there will be no lockdown in Nagpur. This is the AIMIM, also in Aurangabad, who's celebrating with his supporters. Now, Satya Prakash, these are images that are right now coming in from Aurangabad. You got us a story earlier of how the government there has decided to cancel lockdown in particular areas, including Nagpur, also in Aurangabad. But what is he celebrating? I mean, does he even realize what time we are living in and there has to be something called a COVID appropriate behavior?
देखिए, महाराष्ट्र के औरंगाबाद में लॉकडाउन लगाया गया था क्योंकि वहाँ पे कोविड केसेस लगातार बढ़ रहे थे। वहाँ पे डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट ने लॉकडाउन लगाया गया था, लेकिन लगातार बीजेपी एआईएम के एमपी इम्तियाज जलील ने डिमांड किया था कि इस लॉकडाउन को हटाया जाए। इसके बाद आज औरंगाबाद से जो लॉकडाउन लगाया गया था उसको कैंसिल किया गया। इसके बाद ये सेलिब्रेशन जो इम्तियाज जलील है, एमआईएम के एमपी है, वो अपने समर्थकों के साथ सेलिब्रेशन कर रहे हैं क्योंकि लॉकडाउन हट गया है। तस्वीरें जो देख रहे हैं, कितनी भीड़ है, इनके जो समर्थक साथ में मौजूद थे, और पूरी तरह सेलिब्रेशन किया गया क्योंकि इनकी डिमांड जो थी वो पूरी हो गई।
Okay, I think we have Imtiaz. We have Imtiaz with us on the broadcast here, Satya Prakash. Imtiaz, first up, tell me, we are looking at these images that have just come in of you possibly celebrating this with your supporters, you know, flashing a victory sign. What are you celebrating, Imtiaz?
No, basically, you know, it was not an event that was planned or anything. It was around 10 o'clock in the evening that the district collector made an announcement through a press conference that the lockdown will not take place in Aurangabad. And people who were really very anxious, who were very worried, like from tomorrow onwards, the entire city will be locked down for 10 days. They wanted to confirm that. A number of people approached my house, and some who got the confirmation that, yes, the lockdown has been lifted, they were in a celebration mood and they came out. It was in the night that I came to know that a number of people had gathered in front of my house, and I came out. And the moment I came out, they lifted me on their shoulders. And they were in a celebration mood because obviously they were all poor people, poor shopkeepers who were told that for the next 10 days there will be a complete lockdown. And that point of time, I was not knowing that this was such a huge gathering of people that had gathered in front. In fact, I told a number of them to please leave because it's not the right time. And if at all you want to celebrate, we can have a small meeting in the office tomorrow. But they were in a celebration mood, and I told the police when this came to know, when I came to know that they were going to take some action, I admit that I was not wearing a mask.
No, Imtiaz. See, I have allowed you to put out your point. Now, just tell me one thing, Imtiaz. Is this COVID appropriate behavior? None of you are wearing masks. Leave aside social distancing. And are you telling me that you actually had no time to tell them, listen, we don't and we should not be doing this? Imtiaz, then you can blame the government, you know, because the government does nothing about COVID. But this is what MPs do. You're a member of parliament, for God's sake. What are you doing?
Well, I'm being modest enough to admit that I was not wearing the mask, and the police should take action against me, much the same way as they should take action against, they're taking action against any common people. But since you are getting so annoyed, can I send you some visuals of Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah in the public meetings in West Bengal?
See, this is the problem. You raise a question, you will instead, you know, reply with a counter question, Imtiaz. This is the problem with our netas. Not one, not two, n number of netas. We ask the same question to all netas, Imtiaz, but you have no business to ask a question because you yourself do not follow that behavior, Imtiaz, period. For want of time, Imtiaz, but thank you for taking our questions. People are watching this, and people will remember the next time you go out and complain about the rising COVID cases. People will remember this image. Thank you.